I'm back with another video, and I'm gonna explain something to most of y'all that has changed not only my perception of the game, but how I view my skill. But I'm also going to explain how I started and where I originally came from and how that all put that into how I became good at what I did. Back in we were trying to win or we're trying to get a dove, I explained some key elements in that video about how to win and what to do. So some people, they ask me, can I do high ground retakes? Not really. But I always thought the way I view myself as a skill player, I feel like I should build the way I should build and nobody should tell me how to build. But that's not where it all originated. See, back in Season X, I was not able to do this. Who out here does this? At a learnable age. I was never even thought of in this game. I was never even recognized in this game until my good old friend Tiger. Tiger taught me many things on how to win and how to basically improve. But that's not where it all started. Back in Season 4, I was learning the definition that everybody could describe: dog water. Dog water. I was learning somebody that was never good at what they were. And when I got onto Fortnite back in Season 4, that's when those were darker times that I couldn't get out of. See, I was homeless when I first started, and where I became now, in terms of Fortnite, I was not as good. I was pretty much what people could say pretty bad at the game when I first started. Then I had friends who helped me build and stuff. Listen, I don't want people to think I'm unselfish or mean or here to think you're trash. I'm somebody that already went through that of being called trash, humiliated, unselfishly, to a better version of myself and a player that everybody looks up. I'm the person that people want me to be, not the person that sees in front of them. I don't expect y'all to care about me more, but you gotta appreciate what you see in order to get out of. I may not be the best overall player. but at least you guys praise me for how hard I worked, how far I became. Now I want to go over why I said what I said in the title. Fortnite never changed me. My skill did. It wasn't Epic that made me good. It was the fact that I was always committed to wanting to get better at the game. People gotta understand that from that point of view. The more better you get, the more of a good of an outcome would be. People ask me all the time, why are you so bad at the game? Oh my gosh, you're so dog water. Oh my gosh, you're this and you're that. Just the other day, I literally, and this is facts, dookie on so many people. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna say dookie on. I literally dogged on them. I literally dogged on them. But I want to tie into, there's not going to be no gameplay. I want to finish this video on explaining certain things. When you're playing with me or playing with anybody else, let's be mindful of what we do in terms of how we present ourselves in terms of skills. Because listen, I know people used to call me a bot and all this other stuff, but it is what it was, you know? And like I said, I'm not, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. But you always gotta put your heart in the right mindset. You don't want to go into a game feeling that you have to stress over getting more kills or, trying to get better. Because in your own eyes, playing this game is what changes you for the better. So, put your heart in the right place. Have that mindset and ritual of what you do for people. I want to talk about moving on to gifting people. Because this has been a huge thing for me that I'm very proud of. And I'm going to show you something right now that not a lot of people see. I look in the item shop. Any name, any point player that I point out, I will literally legit give them any skins that they want. Like this, I can literally give this to somebody that really deserves it, that really appreciates me. Like, that's the point of my content is to give back to others as well as you give back to me. I love doing what I do. Not only, I don't brag about the stuff I do, I want people to have what I never had. I want people to have, everything that they want that I did not have. If I did not have it, I was not able to get it. But if I do have it, I want to be able to give it. Like, I appreciate everybody who made me good at the game. I appreciate all the help that you guys do for me. You guys is what makes me happy. I look at everybody on this game. They really matter to me. You may not think it, but I really do think of it. You know, I look at everyone. You know, but the point is, you can't let people bring you down. You know, for prime example, HSF.
What's up, Matt?
Oh, I'm streaming right now. But,
Oh. You wanna play Doge or something?
oh, not right now. I'll catch you guys in a few minutes.
Alright.
Prime example, HSF. One of the best folks I look up to. He's also friends with Hydra. They both really helped me become a better Fortnite gamer. And I have a lot of respect for them. Please, no cap, please, understand this. You could call me whatever, but as long as you acknowledge something, people would acknowledge you. No cap. If people can't acknowledge that you are good at Fortnite, then why should we acknowledge you? You gotta think for others, not yourself. What would you do if you were in a situation in a 1v1 and you doubt another person's skill? What would you do in that situation if you did that? People would not appreciate you. They won't appreciate what you do. They won't appreciate what you bring to the table. They won't appreciate nothing you do. I'm 23 years old and it's like I'm made of paper. Because facts speaks for itself. If you could put your heart and soul into the game, then you could put your heart and soul and mind to believe in others. Just because you may not think somebody's good, you basically doubting their skill level. Instead of doubting somebody who beats you in a fight, why don't you just give them props? Why don't you just acknowledge that they deserve that win? And if they don't win a game, just acknowledge that they tried. Everybody in this game tries. They are good at whatever they put their mind to. Believe it or not, when I was playing Team Rumble all the time, people used to call me a bot because I didn't know how to play. But it's funny though. Those people that thought I was a bot, they now regret it 7 seasons in. Because I evolved. People trained me how to play the game. It's funny you should say it. I'm pretty cracked. I'm a creative warrior. People be like, what? This guy is not no creative warrior. He doesn't even have the skills. That should be funny. You should make X. If you go back to all my videos, I literally just pickaxed somebody that was literally on PC. Or people that were on Xbox or Nintendo Switch or any other console. They got pickaxed. I used to be humiliated. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I used to play like a bot. No shade, I used to camp in bushes. Like I mentioned back in my trying to get a dub, I mentioned that people had to carry me. But have you not noticed that when the season 6 ended, I was carrying people to wins? Over 50 to near 90% of my losses has been never solos. 88% of my wins comes off of people even without being in solos. So far this season in solos for me has been over 3% likelihood of winning a match compared to when I'm in a trios carrying someone. My probability of carrying somebody to a win is near on 30% than 3% of the games I win in solos. That's almost near a death stroke of losers. I used to be a solo pro. Back in Chapter 2, Season 2, I was a solo pro player. I didn't ask people to carry me. I did it all by myself. Like literally, my friend Tiger, he had 13 solo wins. All of my wins compared to his solo wins combined within that time frame has all been in solos and averaged over near 50% of my wins was in solos. That is literally a death stroke of amount of people that didn't even acknowledge that I was good. Like, almost near 30% of my games have been wins and solos back in Season 2 of Chapter 2. No other season has featured the highest percentage of Faith Killer. Faith Killer was always known to be a bot and all that, or a bot that always expected to be carried. No, 30% to near 50 in terms of how I perform. If you could go back to my Creative Warrior and my last video was a prime example of a type of player I just became. If you have any questions about my skill, feel free to ask me. I will respect your honest opinion. But people have to understand where I came from, and I'm only trying to make my family proud. And that's all I am about. My family is very proud of me. My dad was not always in my life. You know, I had to do what I had to do. I work for a living, and I come and play this game. I know people may think I'm unselfish, but that's just a slap in the face. If you think I am. Call me whatever you want. You could be rude to me. You could be nasty to me. You could call me a jerk. You could call me everything you want. I am not afraid to take shots. You could call me whatever you want. But just acknowledge this. You did not grow up where I came from. Neither will you have any authority to understand where I was in a situation. Nobody could ever acknowledge something until you see it. I want you guys to always remember this. Believe in yourselves, not what other people do. Don't be like anybody else. Be yourself. That's it, video. I'll catch you in the next one.